step -1.
Elbows in.
Then my elbows in. If my elbows are on the outside, what do I have to do? Shoulder walk back, squirm a little bit, electric worm, yeah, something like that. All the names of all the moves. Get your elbows in place. Now, whether you bump or bridge, you get their weight to their hands, because any good mount escape starts with their weight being off their natural base. So this is where people usually go horribly wrong out of a bad situation, but that's not a great tool. It's an okay tool. So we're going to start by first changing contact points. So my elbows are in, I bump into his hands, and I'm going to use the sole of my foot and connect it to his instep. Now, my foot shouldn't really touch the ground here. I'm pushing that foot as close to my hindquarters as I can, and I'm just going to turn my knee to the floor. Now, I'm going to ask Euphrates to pull his leg out. Notice I'm not using my hands to check in any way, shape, or form. It's just good foot control. If I really wanted to, I can make this work with no hands. But that's not what I want. I just want to start with that good trapping mechanic, and then we're going to talk about how we use our feet appropriately after that. So the start is, where do I want to make that connection? I bump him forward. I get one foot to the center. I step on his instep, and I'm pulling it towards me. Now, whether I come up and grab this arm, or maybe he started with a hand in the collar and I offset his elbow, that we can talk about in a little bit. It's not the biggest thing, as long as I'm connected to his forearm. As I turn my knee to the ground, I know that I'm pulling his hip over his line. Now, after I give a little bit of thrust, why do I have to come up with it? Because I'm connected? Great, so then just disconnect halfway through. As I shrimp out, I cover, and now I'm in top side, and he's the idiot with a hand in my pocket. So we're doing a better foot trap. We're timing the fall, and then we just shrimp out and then go back in. And by doing this, we have now made a classic reversal a little bit better, just because we're not content with accepting being in guard. Cool? All right, let's show it from another angle. Pat, can you hurry?
Refresh the YouTube page.
Okay.
Go live. Go live. We're live. All right.
Okay, great.
I'm going to put my phone right here.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Got one person watching, it's probably me.
Or me. All right.
Also part of me, like, well, man, let's go.
I'm using your body as a playing spot.
Like your arm is up in part.
As I
so far away from my
absolutely.
falling out of the way.
Almost.
Me too. I love it. I love too.
Yeah, thank you, Derek.
Yeah.
We got it handled.
They have their own move now, so I have their own move. We're not innovative, you know.
All right, cool. Count on me, brother, please. Awesome. Thank you for your service. So, let's say he gets a hand in the collar. I grab his elbow, I take it offline, I backfill his elbow. I'm going to open this lapel for a second. Remember how I said play hard to watch? He's like, this is bullshit. I will sit here. Now I'll grab his other elbow. Okay? Now, Pat, hit me with the cross shoulder. Okay, cool. So I'm going to continue doing the move we did before, but while maintaining both elbow control. I hit the move, I shrimp out, boom. I put my left foot on his hip like this. I post my right foot, I take my right hand off, I move his head, I move my arm bar. So Jake was asking where the submission was.
I'm the 8-year-old.
Yeah. You afraid can I borrow this thing? Let's change the angle. So it's imperative that if I want this move, it's not his first hand I'm trapping. Okay? So whatever hand he puts in first, that's the base layer. And I do have to treat that with respect and get the alignment off. So his right elbow has to be past the center of my body. Now, even if he wants the choke, it's gonna be a hard choke to finish. Especially, he's only gonna be able to drop his elbow and give me like a throat crush. You have to love yourself way more than me to care about that submission. But if I come up and I grab this other elbow and I bring my elbows back to my rib cage and I ask Euphrates to finish, one of us is reaching, the other isn't. That's simple math. I will win. So now it's this arm that I want the submission on. So even though I'm training to do the move the exact same way, and I get him to bump to his shoulder, I shrimp out, I put my left leg on his hip, I'm opening up my back a little bit, I bring my right hand over, and I'm just kind of scooping his head until I can throw this leg over. And now it's that top arm is the one I'm submitting. Okay? So it's not that much of a difference from the move you just did. I'm just asking that instead of bumping them to their hands and trying an overhook or a single collar grab, you're really defending that collar choke now with solid fundamentals, offsetting that elbow, trapping the far side elbow, bringing your elbows back to yourself, and seeing if you can be confident and safe in the pocket. Once you have that power in your repertoire, it starts to grow. And eventually, you just become more and more uppity with every position you're in. I want that for all of you. Okay? So it starts with, can I stay safe under the mount? Once I have that, now I facilitate all the mechanics we just used for that last trap and roll variation. But the hard part of this is after I turn that corner and I have both elbows and I get to here and I shrimp out, taking that bottom leg out, leaving it as a hook here, and knowing that my knee is going to be a pivot point and a post at the same time. So I'm holding that top arm with my bottom arm, my top arm comes off, and as I start to reach, it's going to be right foot, left knee, left shoulder. I move their head, and now it's just my shoulder and my knee that's on the ground until I can post and then bring my hips to bear on that arm. Okay? Questions on this before we try?
I also get at full speed.
Go ahead. If I'm going to do it at full speed, he needs to do it at full speed.
Tap.
So
Don't do it that fast.
maybe someone with better hips can do it faster, but that's as fast as I'm doing it in my 40s. So we're going to try this move for a little bit. Not as long as we spent on the last move, just because this is more of an extension and it's kind of a joke. Jake was like, where's the submission? I'm out. It's still fun, and it does fall in line with what we're learning today. So let's play with it because it is cool. it's more than anything going to teach you a little bit of control too from the bottom of the map. So we'll play with this. Maybe about 5 minutes, we'll bring it back in. All right, get to twerk.
Go for it.
This is fucking instrument. I'm excited to see how this will play out. All right. Oh yeah. So you gotta go. I say, hey, what's that outside? Yeah, no worries. I would much rather have you check. This is not something I'm going to really have to run for.
What do you mean you're not going to do that?
Give myself a maximum.
That says perfect. That's the same exact thing I did with
I realize that you're being first on the
Hey, what the hell? Whose backpack is that? Wait a minute. I'm not crazy, right? A kid just ran in, grabbed the backpack, and ran out. I think it was Aaron's kid. No, it was Aaron's kid. Yeah. Huh? The one with the long hair.
They both have long hair.
Yeah, this one. What's up, buddy? You looking for something? No? Alright, that's fair. I don't want to talk to me either.
Honestly, I don't know if I say we can, because it should be all it is. What it is, it's a belly down. I realize that it is. It's not even working.
The other guy goes This shit's fucking hype.
I like it.
I like it a lot. We're like busting out of there. Somebody's sitting I was using
at bottom on the same top.
Use the bottom leg.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab water.
Keep holding my bottom line.
Yeah.
And use that to like pull up against my top. While going down low.
Probably not high level, but.
So it's like you're using the cross of it.
I'm not gonna go fly.
Right, I think that's soft. Keep them up and tight, and I'm just doing Yeah, right. Yeah, I like that a lot.
That's one of those ones you don't really see too much. But even you can even do content shows, like if you want to.
That way,
I feel like their arms are super
That's what I'm looking
Like, what if we just turn this into a field goal? Yeah.
Let's give it out one more and then we'll bring it in. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday.
Yeah.
Just when you ever in a meeting, how about that? Hey, we're about to get you a job, all right? Yeah, calm down. Yeah, I love
Yeah. I just gonna get that.
think for the last one I was I just like how hard it is. If I can need that, I can do it.
Pat, we're looking good on that, Matt? All right. Any questions for me, folks, before we move on to a different position? Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Okay, go on, yeah.
Use that like crossroads of the head to cut off from other positions.
I do. I don't. Let's talk accidents. There's going to be so much there that's just going to take us away from reversals. But yeah, Pat, can I borrow you? Because we had this talk earlier. All right, you can't answer. How many ways can you grip with your foot in jiu-jitsu? Jamie says 5. Anybody got higher than 5? 17. If the price is right, so you have to guess without going over.
$1.
$1. Jamie's still closest. 5, right? Like he can make a butterfly hook, right? That's the top of his foot. He can stomp on me with the sole of his foot. Then there are some weird ones that don't really look like what you're using. Like the inside blade of my foot can keep his foot from touching the floor. The same way I can use the outside blade the same way. And then one of my favorites is gripping with the sole of my foot. So if I keep my leg flexed, this is a straight line. If I point my toes for the Russian judges, now I get this little hook. So me trying to pull myself to mount with my foot this way versus he tries to shrink away. And I just keep that grip the whole time. Right? So we have 5 ways that we grip with the foot. How many of you knew that? And that's why we suck. Like honestly, if you don't even know how to use your body in the ways that you can use it, you're only learning a mechanic because of how? Because someone told you it works?
Yes.
Do better. Do better. Like understand the why behind the why. Because when we hear this like diatribe about jiu-jitsu is for the smaller person, so they can take a bigger person. It's like, great, how? Oh, just come to class, you'll learn. That's a huge disservice to our students. That's a huge disservice to anybody who's training. Like, we need to tell them why it's working. And in this case, we're corrupting alignment. We're connecting ourselves in meaningful ways that mess with them. So, like, if I have you on shins and hands real quick, Pat. So the whole thing about pushing their foot in is so that I can rotate his hip. When his foot crosses a certain line, his hip is flaring out, and it makes that turn really easy. Versus just stepping on the floor and hoping through musculature that I'm going to win. That's stupid, right? I can go on and on. There's so many things that just upset me when I go traveling around where I'm watching like a move and I'm like, oh, cool. You clearly didn't learn why that's supposed to work, and you're missing that entirely. Like the number of times I'll see people doing cross strokes with their thumbs up. Like on the back of the wrist, just pulling like maniacs. And it's like, put them on the blades, pull your elbows to your sides, make it a good choke. You'd think you're teaching rocket science. Anyway, we could talk more about the foot grip and how we use that all the time. But can I borrow you in half guard? The number of times where I wait for them to drive into my knee shield so I can use this foot to start making adjustments. It's like my whole sweep had no hands. Let me go back because I think you missed it. So the second he drives into knee shield, I'm pushing this foot out. Put that foot back on the ground. Great. Now I switch to my other foot. Great. You know, it's like, stop smiling. So we're gonna use our feet in more meaningful ways in a little bit, but not quite like that last one. Any other questions more related to the mechanism for delivery as opposed to like, hey, that 1 foot thing was cool. We'll do more of that 1 foot thing too. Okay, moving on. Side position, bottom. I can skin this cat 1,000 ways. Most of my reversals are from bottom side, and it's all dependent on the configurations they can take. Now, depending on how many versions of side position they want to play, changes which reversals we do. We're going to start with more of a standard chest to chest with them blocking your hip method. Okay, this becomes a slightly different version from a cross-face method. When someone is really against you getting your guard back, that changes the behavior. When someone is just content to give you the shoulder of justice and turn your chin over your other shoulder, that changes the paradigm as well. So, we live in a democratic republic, so your vote does matter, but I'll break it in case I don't like the vote. Who wants to see blocking the hip? Who wants to see the cross-face version? So, blocking the hip, show of hands. Keep them up, keep them up, keep them up. Ooh, this is going to be a tight vote. Yeah. Put them down. Who wants to see the cross-face method? Hands high in the sky, hands high in the sky, because it's going to be a close vote. Fucking hell. I can't count, so. Can't spell math without Dave, also can't spell. Let's say the cross-face method. Okay, so I'm going to have Pat bring his knee all the way up to his elbow just to show you how helpless this arm is, okay? Right? I can't get this arm back in just through power of will. But it's not necessarily about what he's doing, but it's about how I can corrupt his alignment. So right now, Pat's got good spinal alignment, and he's messing with mine. So wouldn't it be cool if I had one tool to get me back to spinal alignment while corrupting his? Great, it's called the sword arm. So now that I've got my elbow back in and I shifted the side, I have the option of saying, I'll go to a shell guard, right? And start maybe attacking overhooks and playing there. That would be an escape. I want to do a reversal. So I know that this movement, where I bring my bicep to the crown of his head, brings his head past the field of vision I have right here in my center line to the side. And as I do that, it's going to open up this elbow to the inside if I want it. But why not just understand that if I make him heavy on this hip, I might be able to take advantage. So I'm making the brachial sides of my biceps tight to my training partner. I'm lifting my tailbone, lifting my chin as much as I can, even if he's turning my head. I lift my chin because inertia kills movement. The flatter I am, the worse I move. So lift your chin, lift your hips. Now I shoulder walk back a little bit. Even if his grip doesn't break, now my shoulder is higher in the position than this knee. See how now I have the ability to articulate my elbow to the ground? And that's the start of my trap. So I'm going to drop my leg and my arm at the same time and do a big circle until I can grab my other thigh. Now I walk my other foot in, I hit that sword arm, and then I just flag my leg and I come to the top. Hold them here as long as you can, because no one takes you seriously with your feet dangling in the air. Okay? Also, what escapes does he have from here? If you find one, let me know. He thinks I can't win here. Yeah, that's the win, guys. Tapped. So, ultimately, what are we doing? It's called the knee pinch reversal. This is partially threatening a regard, partially threatening their base. We want to be kind of halfway in between both so that they don't know which to expect, and we use the one that is the most appropriate for that time. So if I go to collapse the knees and they get solid base, guess what I'm going to do? Drop that elbow, shrimp out, go to shell guard. But if my timing is impeccable, I get the knee pinch, I grab my inner thigh so that it's really hard for them to get back to base. And then, because of my neck being heavy on their arm after I pinch their knees, they have the left side of their body completely under my control at force. That's it. Now, as we're there, try to keep that thigh grip and flag your other leg so you just kind of hitchhike through the movement and you let them falling launch you to the top position. You afraid he's letting me borrow you, sir? So he starts with the crawl space, and my first goal is, can I get my shoulder higher than this knee? So I'm pinching back in with my elbows, lifting my chin, lifting my hips, shoulder walking back a little bit. Now that my shoulder's in line, I know that I can make that turn. So now the big trick is I'm trying to lift my hips, turn them over, and I'm trying to collapse everything in with a big drive. At that point, he's already falling. I just have to flag my left leg and come to the top position. Because of this deep grip, if I turn my shoulder over, there can be a von flu in there. It's brutal. Yeah. And if he goes to extend his legs to get out of it, you can just take a really simple mount with arm control. So you're going to be in really good shape after you finish this. Right. I'll show one more angle. Say again?
Behind you, Derek.
Hey, are you when you're scooping up Euphrates' legs and grabbing your own thigh, are you more so pushing your thigh upward or your arm downward or just both? To really collapse on his knees.
Neither.
Okay. Fair.
It's lateral.
Okay.
It's lateral. So after I shoulder walk and I know I can make this big reach here to our extension here to the mat, I'm kind of circling my leg away and then in.
Okay.
And I'm making this big concentric circle to come in. As on the opposite side, it's equal but opposite. So my arm is coming down and around.
Okay.
And I'm just accordion style collecting everything together. And it's not the outside of my thigh I want. That's going to supinate my palm and put my elbow down,
Right.
which will make the turn hard. I'm dragging the inside of my thigh so that as I roll onto my elbow, now I'm in this pivot point, and it makes that come up a lot easier.
Okay.
Okay. So there's a lot of breakdancing going on too.
Yeah.
Later. Later. Any other questions? Do we want to try it or do we need to see it again? One more time. Okay, one more time. I'm not going to try the move here. I can't use my right arm. So connecting, lifting my chin, lifting my hips, shoulder walk back really quickly. Then it's that big drop and scoop. Now it's my sword arm and my drive. And then as I come to the top, I just keep my grips. Okay? Yeah. Here we go.
You see me pump fake him? I pump fake him.
Oh, God. All right.
Colin keeps trying to punch me, man. I don't know what to do about it.
Every time I do that, I'm just like,
I'm not hurting my friends. So, sounds stupid, but that's that power word that's gonna help you get there. So if I do this move, it's just like I'm moving. Now I can see it. I keep this knee up. I'm never gonna get any help. As good as it sounds, I'm gonna roll my legs next to the hip. It is a full kickback.
Because you're still keeping this one up though with the
Correct.
That makes way more sense now. It's like
There you go.
Oh, no, at least get me this. I wouldn't want to like a man. Most of I do it. Reach there, reach! You got it!
Sorry, I'm not trying to like four arms right.
That's why I know you all. That's like he's
That's true. I could not to college.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if there's just like a convenience store, like it's or something, you know. But if not, that's fine. I can.
I wonder how well he's gonna work with Mike. Oh yeah? You know how Mike plays such fucking high up. He really does. I'm worried. I'm wondering how he's really gonna allow you to get bigger. That's the key of it. To be able to articulate the arm. So the leg doesn't matter how much it can do.
So I think that this is also, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's like one of the things that you're gonna have an issue with is as soon as you do that.
Yeah, I know the one. Sorry about that.
But yeah, doing it all at once.
That's why it's hoping one of those things.
A couple weeks, no one's gonna know it.
You don't have any power to get flat on your back.
So I guess it's one of
Yeah, that feels way stronger when you do it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like all coming down, but then
Yeah. Because what people are, well, because what Dance, what people probably do is they're gonna go like that, and then you just take them out. Yeah. So
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That makes sense. I was like, you feel like
Two more reps and then we'll bring it in, folks. 2 more reps. Is there not one base?
Electric worm wiggle.
I didn't realize there's a camera going.
Yeah. And that's how purple belts are made. 2 blue belts, 1 fusion dance. Super down, young dude.
Johnny, if they base it as your card, you just regard it with that.
Yeah, exactly that.
Actually, that elbow just comes over the side.
Yeah. Because I don't know if I'll be able to like
I
grab
can't, so I can't grab my leg. I don't grab my leg. I mean, why? I just finish the sweep. See, it's actually the same thing. You know, just pressing your knees together, creating a tilt, capturing your own leg just makes it more secure.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they spread their base out, back up.
Hey, Cody,
Just regard that.
Thank you, Tony.
Cover! We good in there? Cool. All right, folks. Any questions on this last move aside from what if they have wide base? What if they're pulling your head in?
What you guys thinking?
Valid question.
The old dick twist.
Why are we twisting? Clearly, we've never done any of this kind of fighting. All it takes is this. Fucking overkill. All right. Any questions on this last move aside from wide base or them pulling your head in? Because that was the common question that I was getting. And I was like, okay, go.
The momentum of getting there. I think I'm losing the grip on my hands. I don't know why.
I'm just gonna address this using the words you gave me. You're grabbing your face. Right. Grab the inside of your thigh. I want this to be multi-format, so you can do it either gi or no gi. But in addition to that, we sometimes forget how weak our fingers are. We just have tendons in here. There's no muscles in here. Tendons tire out much faster, right? Which is why when I was doing like pull-ups in the Marine Corps, you always use false grip. I just put my hands over the bar like I'm a scarecrow, and I pull up using my back muscles and knock my finger strength. Your fingers will crit on you faster than your legs will. And no matter how many times I like try to teach people the ways of pull-ups, nobody gives a shit. So, body mechanics, right? And that goes a long way. Like this grip has movement and there's slack that can come away. It has a lot of issues. Grabbing my inner thigh feels tighter. It will lead you to more success regardless of whether you have the grappling napkin on. Okay. All right. Sorry, German's not here, so I will quote him in spirit. He calls this the grapple napkin. It's okay. All right. Please.
To be able to get the knees collected that you're trying to scoop up, are you doing a little bit of a kipping, just a slight kipping motion underneath, or are you
Cause like,
I don't know.
yeah, at first, immediately I was like, I can't do this with my arms, I have to use my legs. But then I thought, like, I wasn't able to get like the off balance by just like, you know, trying to scrape.
It also sounds like you're dealing with slightly wider base.
Okay,
So
yeah.
let's define some limits.
Okay.
I feel like with a knee over our shoulder, we talked about that at length, and we did a little bit of shoulder walking to get our shoulder to a certain height. If when we do that, the other knee, the one that we're not thinking about next to our shoulder, ends up behind or under our glutes, that's going to be too wide of a base to make this collection. And I think we all need to know that those limits exist so that we know whether to do that move or the one I'm about to show. Okay? Because the answer was, the question that kept coming up was, what if their base is so wide you can't collect?
Right.
And whether it's you're just slightly out of position or you're really out of position, it really does come down to what do we have available. And if they want to explicitly widen their base, they're going to give us something for that. Okay? They don't get anything for free. Let's be clear about that in general with grappling. There isn't one thing you do that just shuts down everything. So even if they're going wide base, they're giving you something. You just have to figure out what that something is. And it's usually not going to have a visual indicator because there's a person in your field of vision half the time. So you just have to have proprioception. What's proprioception?
You know where your body is.
Yeah, so perception is like what you see around you. Proprioception is you knowing what you can interact with in your personal space. Right? So like I can pass a field sobriety test all day long because I just know where I am in space and time. So you got to get there. But in this case, if I borrow Euphrates, and I'm going to specifically have you on this side with your feet towards me, and we'll make that base a little bit wider. If I feel like no matter how much I shoulder walk, maybe I get here, but now you see how as I got there, this foot is now under my hips. My ability to use my thigh to collect this, it's not quite zero, but it's damn close. So I've got to be prepared to do a secondary movement. Now, with his base that wide, I just want to talk about range of motion, so I'll take you away for a second. How often are we allowed to be perfectly flat in grappling? Hardly ever. There's a time and place for everything, but usually we say if your two shoulder blades are down, you're losing. So I need to also think, from this position, how do I get this foot to right here? That's, I don't know. I'm not turning to a GI Joe.
Get on your side.
Yeah, which side?
Your left side.
Now I can get my foot there, right? So, are you getting, sir? So this reversal gets called the taboo turn. And the reason it's the taboo turn is because as I shoulder walk to get into this position, he widens his base, I'm going to have some trouble articulating my legs in a way to collect his. But if I lift and turn my butt towards Euphrates, now I can kick towards his butt and make this hook. Now I'm going to use this leg while in this position to straighten out his base. Then I walk my knee in, and then I take him to the top. So when their base goes wide, I'm going to break some rules of jiu-jitsu for a second. How often should we show our back? You put this. You don't know I exist. Legit, pause for a second. When I did my last super fight in Chicago, there was like 45 seconds of hand fighting where the guy just ran away, and then eventually I just turned and moonwalked into him backwards. Let's fucking grapple. Like, stop running away from me. I don't care if you want to hug me from behind like it's the truck stop, but just like get the fucking grappling going. Right? What I do on a Saturday night is my business. There's a lot of fucking judgment. Okay. But the point remains, like, I am here to grapple, so let's grapple. I'm not going to be afraid because he might have had a temporary positional advantage. I'm so good at what I do, I have to be comfortable to give my back. And if I'm not that good, I shouldn't do a super fight. It's that simple, right? You either believe in your abilities or you don't. And in this case, I turn, I walked into him, and we can commence with grappling. As opposed to wasting minute upon minute of really bad patty cake. I hate that shit. This is no different. I will show a part of my back to get an advantageous angle on my legs. If I know I can't articulate that foot while staying square to the ceiling, I'll turn my hips a little bit away, and now that ability to come in is there. So, I've got that super wide base now. He's just going to turn his butt towards me, kick towards my butt, and then he hooks the foot. Now he extends from here, and now that makes me heavy on my other side, and the reversal becomes super easy. Let's add one more dimension to this. Pat, can I borrow you? Now, I'll get you on this side just to keep it consistent. But whether the base is wide or not, what happens if instead of him just driving forward, he's really gripping and pulling me into his lap? Yeah. How good is my shoulder walk going to be? Not good. But since he's really turning me this way, great. I'll also use that to make my hook, to then take him over into whatever it is that I want to do to Pat, okay? Sorry, I just wanted to make sure there was a submission there. Okay, so how much different is the movement that we're about to do with this little taboo turn? Not that different. We're just going to be in that same shape, and whether their base is wider or they're pulling our head in, we're just going to rotate and kind of give them a little Shakira action. And then we're going to do that big backwards kick and loop their foot. Do not turn your hips over until you've straightened your leg. I need to talk about the safety concern on this movement real quick. Jamie Pickett, we remember that name? Yeah, I had a match with him at Purple Belt, and it did not go well for me because I did this move incorrectly as a Purple Belt and blew up my own knee. Okay? He is a beast. He's a Mama done made a big American. Right? And this was him, like, I want to say, like, CFFC days, like, he was going hard. It was a bad time to pick a fight with the big man. But, you know, finals of absolute. And my dumbass decided to make the hook and then try to turn from here. And I blew up my knee. So from here, straighten first. Now I can turn my knees to the ceiling and then over into him. Okay? Let's just make sure that that doesn't get missed in any degree of executing the mechanic, because if you try to do this with your knee bent, a lot of pressure on your ACL, okay? Any questions on this before we try it? Sir? Which truck stop? There's only one answer. Whichever one he's at. Love is love. Yeah. With your upper body, always, whenever possible, find the camera and wave to your adoring thing. The case is on the wall, right?
The milk is on the table.
Are you going into your ballerina toes? You're going to end this as you extend it out to kind of add an extra.
No, actually, I'm doing like the Brazilian boot. I'm doing like a full foot flex through. Yeah, that's a great question. Was there something else?
I don't quite understand the question. I don't want to miss the new one.
Sure. So we talk about ballerina foot, like pointing your toes.
Yeah.
So when I make that hook, I'm going to stay flexed, and I'm going to stay flexed throughout. And even when I turn my feet, I'm staying flexed in the up position, and I'm just keeping that flexed as long as I can. Okay?
Got it, thank you.
Hey, no worries. Anything else?
Cool shit and break my leg somehow.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You haven't met my partner Madeline, right?
One time.
Okay. She's a fucking menace. And she does this shit to fucking knee bars all the time. Yeah. When you're older. Okay.
So I'll tell you what's really great.
It's like
I got
I said,
You're not gonna worry. You kind of have to just to be able to do that.
Just doing this actually gets my shoulder off. I had a big mouth. But it's like, I can do it. I'm not talking about the game. But most people, it's going to at least do yeah, I see how you're getting there. Cool. Make your grab.
Exactly what it I was just asking.
I'm still gonna chop the elbow to the floor and sword on the ground.
Yeah, it's pretty rare that you want to flat it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good first.
Grabbing the leg, kind of brings the shoulder.
Yeah, you always want your shoulders and hips in alignment. And being flat on your back is, well, yeah. If I say always or never, I want you to hear 98% of the time, but never flat on your back.
Right, you got it right.
You hear any else?
My glutes are still
Exactly right, yeah.
I think you're different. You're not first.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And that's totally changed. Yeah. And that changed how it felt on my legs. Yeah, that was way different.
too bad. Not too bad. I'll say this. As you're doing it, you're trying to make sure that you're thinking about applying up the spine. And so, wherever your training partner is, you're on the cross side. You got to kind of get in line together, and kick that leg in line as well, not offline, because you're going to try to take them over. Anything you take away is going to make going this way even harder. So when you're extending back, not forward. Yeah, it's going to make everything so much easier. How are we doing on this side?
That actually just changed it for me completely.
Yeah, because you want to be able to control a line. You want to be able to control a line. Do that. Or it's on the mountain.
I think that hip thing would really help, yeah. Because that's just like all functions as a life.
Is this still on?
Oh, yeah, we'll do that.
What? It is still on. All three.
Bro,
Why you gotta make fun of my feet, Doug?
He's jacked up, dude.
Man, you made yourself an easy target.
You know I'm sexy about my cozy wozies, dude.
I gave you a
Jack's trying to get in your good graces. Your good graces.
So I was like,
All right, let's do two more. Bring it.
Ready for DK Metcalf. That guy's not that great, huh? Good, told you that. I know.
It's the
Yeah, right.
Kind of purple coat. I gotta be. What's his name? White Man. I think I have to be in for one Halloween. It's so the purple highlights.
Dude, if I give you a game, I remember super high, just sitting there doing that, just playing up in impressions.
I got high and I watched Cotty with the chance to get balls in. That shit was crazy. And it was like the second one, so like the animals, the food became like animal.
Yeah, too much for me.
What about when their base is so good?
How good is it?
So this hand has been in a very precarious position, right? Like, I don't want to talk too much about how you can deny this underhook with a very simple movement, but let's just keep this hand here for a second. If the base is so good where I feel like this knee is connected to the elbow, like this is stuck, I feel like his knee is down here, no matter how much I want to shoulder walk, it's not working. I'm bringing my thumb to the back of his head, rolling my elbow, and then bringing my forearm underneath while putting my palm on his shoulder. Now, from here, I want to start loading myself up, toes in, and I'm going to punch this elbow towards the ceiling and kind of turn it. And the only goal for that is to bring my other arm under his chest. So as I bridge, I get this other arm under his chest. And from here, it's just about understanding if I bring my right knee between my elbows, my other leg over his head, I can start threatening from the bottom. Once I start having this threat in my back pocket, in addition to those reversals, you have a multifaceted package to bring to the fight, where they cannot allow your frames to exist, and they can't just be static in the position. If we get them moving, that's a win. Okay, that's a win. They're parking their car in our chest. Not a great place to be. So if we can at least spook the herd a little bit, that is a small W, right? So how did I do this? Let's go back. Change the angle. Okay, freeze. So get your cross face going, bring that knee up, right? I'm not putting my hand in front of his field of vision where he can pin it with his head and then eventually get his hands connected, right? I'm working my elbow around the head and under. And notice I'm not putting the flat of my hand anywhere on his front. So his ability to wrist lock this is now very low, okay? Very low. As I bridge in, I'm using that elbow to get my other elbow to his chest. And as weird as it sounds, it's this arm I'm attacking because I'm bringing a knee underneath my frames and one over the top. And then I extend and I catch it on the way out, okay? So this is a fun little maneuver that can go a long way, especially at the lower levels when people they're tight, but they're kind of keeping their chin up a little bit. They're not like really driving that shoulder over. And so just threatening these frames to get your legs in usually causes them to do what? Flatten out or drive in. And then if they do that, you go into one of your other movements. So something we had on the other mat was this last move can set up the first move. Yes, and vice versa, right? It's like all water is connected. If you have a good reversals game and you understand base and the directional force, you're now putting a package together that makes it so that you are now epitomizing what it means to fell a tree with multiple swings of an axe. You don't go in so hard-headed thinking, I'll just fell it with one swing. It's usually going to be multiple attempts at the same endeavor to whittle them down. And I need you to make those incremental adjustments, not these macro adjustments. Because if the people who are making big moves, they're easily exploited as well. Because big moves come with big holes. And that's what killer black belts are looking for to take the win from you. Now, if you make smaller moves, it's like a hot bowl of soup, right? You put your spoon in the middle, burn your tongue. Small little notches from the edge of the bowl, you'll eat the whole bowl, right? I need you to have that patience so that as you're going through whatever movement, it's just those little steps, adding up, until eventually big submission. Cool? All right, you free to step over? So it starts with, can I get this hand to the shoulder with my forearm under his neck without going in front of his field of vision with my hand exposed? So I just notch my thumb to the back of the head, roll my elbow, and then turn my shoulder and bring it in. Now I'm thinking about matching this hand up, bridging and sliding under, and it looks like I'm really controlling this arm. Nothing to do with it. I'm bringing my right knee under his chest because I've already built that space. My left leg is going over. Now I can keep it as an ultra arm bar and keep it behind my hip if I want to. but I like to extend, catch, sit up, and adjust before I fall because I want to keep that shoulder off the ground. We'll try this as a reversal submission just to make the threat package a little bit bigger. But then we're going to leave this entirely and we'll move into a different position afterwards. But we are going to think about this as a break glass in case of emergency. So I would rather do one of the first few reversals, but if they're being stubborn, they're giving you too much wide base, too much drives, too much pull, threaten lifting and bringing your knees in. That will change the course of the action. Okay? Let's give it a go.
I have to. I didn't even pump fake him that time.
So,
That's a lot easier than I thought it would be. I left a lot more moving parts. I don't want to worry about that arm too much.
that one of one.
You put it in like a something really fun's going to happen, and I wish you could have made it up for this one too. Something really fun's going to happen in 15 minutes or so. So thanks for watching.
What did I do now?
Yeah, that feels right.
You're using that. This arm's open, right?
Once you get that one under the head, right here, you squeeze this other one in. Once you get this one, they can't put their chest.
Gonna do one more move after this one.
Just put this knee up.
So are you just like,
And then don't try to finish with the ball. Extend and chase the ball. Now lift the arm up to flatten the mat.
Always on.
So just lift this up.
That is like. Yeah, I didn't get it hyped up as much as I wanted to.
That's fun. Should be having them before you're
bringing out like this. He'll let you get here. So he can literally do this exact same thing. But I'm happening. And then now we're just doing
My long ass elbow escape. So I do this, and then bring this all the way across the pole. You go on the front. Exactly. So like.
This way you can like marathon and try and break it out.
And that's like this one being here. So part of it, I want to do this. And then if I can't, I want to trap your legs. So then I can come up.
If you can't pinch your knees together, you're not gonna be able to do that. Yeah, that's when I usually just turn my music. I hate getting my arm going like so. I like wiggle my way out, push that leg down, and then try and turn into like your car. So not a big star to get my arm over.
It was all about short leg deep triangles.
It was very little like blocking the front.
Yeah. And shoulder. Yeah. I don't do triangles because of my legs. I'm actually gonna try and do triangles now because I feel like that was like fucking that was amazing. Oh, yeah, Jamie too. Yeah. Jamie's A game is pretty good when Jamie does it. Yeah, the spike card type stuff does work. But the whole seminar take yesterday is on Patreon. So you can like subscribe to Patreon and watch the whole thing. Yeah, highly recommend. Yeah. Especially for us, because like, you know, like, we're not.
Get out in the water.
Yeah. One thing Jake said that made a lot of sense is like it's harder for people to walk a triangle, but it's much easier for us to finish because when we do walk,
Come on back, come on back, come on back.
Is that still on?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I do
All right, folks, on that last movement, I know that we were kind of just throwing the threat to throw the threat, but a lot of good questions came out of it, like, well, what if they pull that arm out? And it's like, great, we're not holding you with it anymore. Get to guard, right? And that awareness was like, but that's the trick, right? So with my students, I say, you got to remember your ABCs, always be choking that fool. Right? Like, if you're always choking the person, they have to take you seriously. Like, not for nothing, and I don't like to drop names, but like, there are people out there that will just let their arms or ankles or whatever pop in a match to, I don't have to name names, there are too many names, right? But that isn't great for your longevity. And I need to stress, like, the people who allow themselves to get dinged up like that, they're not going to be sustaining that for 10, 20 years. So what you're saying is, I want to be good right now, but you're not wanting to be good forever. And if that's the case, like, all right, I'm sorry that my one move in a microcosm of tens of thousands of moves didn't work in that one example. Get over it. That's it. Just get over it. Like, it's a good move for that second. So I want to kind of flip that on its head, and I'll say this. There's no such thing as a bad threat. Only poor answers to it. Okay? So if Jamie is doing the roadhouse choke, and you haven't seen the roadhouse choke before, you might think it's a terrible move. Right? You might think that it's just crap. But if I don't know how to deal with it, great move. Great move. Right? It looks heinous. You're just here on your hip choking somebody, and it doesn't look like a whole lot. Right? And yet, if done right, no can defend, Mr. Biaggi. Right? So we have to be good enough to remember that there's no such thing as a bad threat, only poor answers to it. Now, if I throw this threat of this armbar from the bottom, they rip their arm out. Are they still cross-facing? I've changed the status quo. If all I did was threaten that armbar to failure, but they lost the thing that was keeping me there, that's a small W. That's the thing that we need to stress over and over again. And then we can try to either get back to a shell guard or something else. Cool. Any other questions off of that last move before I get into the last reversal I'm going to show you today? Yes, Liz.
I'm having a hard time getting my leg over the head. I didn't know if I wasn't making a deep enough angle.
Well,
If it's just hip mobility.
it could quite possibly be hip mobility, right? But let's talk about how we can cheat that. The same way that we turned our hips to make that taboo turn to get our foot to that spot, there are easy ways we can cheat to get our leg over their head. What I'll say is, using your belt knot in a standard position, was it facing their belt knot? Because you might have overturned.
Yeah.
You want your belt knot facing their chin.
Yeah.
So if I turn too aggressively to my side, now opening this leg this way is a hard reach.
Okay.
right? Because it's going more towards the seam of my shirt as opposed to in front of me. So when I'm doing this turn, I'm angled at a 45 and everything is aligned with the left side of my body. So if we're not doing that, if you're doing that and you can't get it, it's a hip mobility thing.
Okay.
If your angle is right. Usually it's not. It's the angle is wrong, right? So the mnemonic device I use all the time is the devil's in the detail, but the strangle is in the angle. Almost everything can be fixed with a better angle. And it's just me sitting there doing my freaking Goodwill Hunting like math on the freaking dry erase board, like trying to figure out an R bar. Please.
Yeah, generally speaking, when you're bottom side, are these reversals like your plan A on your countdown list? Is that versus like a traditional skate to make you start to get a half guard? How do you just think about this philosophical with reversals? For me, that's like a plan B.
It was my plan B until about 8 years ago. And then I realized that, like a year into black belt, give or take, I realized that most other black belts are so freaking good at denying you a regard. So I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna go a different direction. I was like, oh man, like they're all not allowing those legs to come back in any meaningful way for guard. Cool, threaten the not guard thing, get the guard thing. It's a weird recipe for success, where even if I wanted to guard the whole time, I don't ever open with my first good move. It's like playing poker like this. Cool, don't do it. Keep that information to you. They don't know. Or play blackjack. They know some of the information, but not all of it. Cool. You see this. You think reversal. It's actually guard. Play that game.
Okay.
All right. In terms of less theoretical, hypothetical stuff, we're going to do one more reversal. It's going to be bottom knee on belly. Okay. So, yeah, reversal. I said what I said. Huh? I want to stress, we're saying good knee on belly, meaning there's a kickstand, they are facing the correct direction, their hooking leg is off the floor, the pressure's on us. So we'll start by talking about the don'ts, what you should not do from here, okay? And then we're going to quickly move into how to fix that and then how to move on. So, I can borrow you, please. I'll get you on this side. Think strong. Yeah, this is great. All right, so one thing it's a good pitch. No, keep it. I suffer from my art. So I want to take this left hand and I never want to put it on his knee. If I do this, I am asking for wrist locks, arm locks, Kimuras, all the bad stuff, right? This is terrible. Even if I had this hand, I don't even want to put this hand on his knee. I know a lot of people like this kind of hook and turn, and they want to do that kind of movement. I'll even argue that's just going to lead to them stapling your arm and then turning into a baseball choke, and ask me how I know. So, I'm not going to say this because there are so many black belts on the mat, but I guarantee you, you can add up all the white belts, blue belts, purple belts, and brown belts together and all of your losses, and I have more than all of you, okay? I stand by that. And because of that, I know a thing or two. So let's not put our hands on the knee. Instead, I'm going to use my forearms, and I'm going to pinch the knee with my forearms, and I'm going to put my hands together. Now, when I do this, can his knee hit me in the throat if I were to bridge? No. Can it climb up to my sternum? No, it is stuck. So now that I've made his knee sticky, I lift because I want to see if I control his base. Now I'm going to turn and I'm going to put my right knee to the floor and start driving with my chest. It's almost like if I were to shrink away, there's no knee on belly anymore. Yeah, I made him stand. Cool, but where does the reversal come in? So after I've lifted, turned, and I got him heading on his foot, I walk myself behind him and I make a hook behind his knee. The hook that goes behind his knee is all the way to the far side. My arm goes around his thigh but under my knee. Now I'm going to walk my right foot behind his other leg. I'm going to forward shrink with this leg to knock this foot off the floor. Cool. Now, where do I want to go from here? Maybe I want to collect the leg and use it to take me to the top position. and then we could do Nikki Sullivan shit, right? For anybody that was at her seminar recently, right? Did she show you the white dragon? Probably not, right? She loves you guys. Him too. But the trick is we are going to make them put their weight on the floor and not on us. Then we're going to schoolboy roll them over their heels. Pretty straightforward. Pat, can I borrow you? So, elevate, turn, his toes hit. I keep going until his heel hits. I walk behind and I make the hook. Now I extend my right leg. It's this leg that's taking him over. It's a forward shrimp to knock him off his face. If your forward shrimp sucks, this move will suck. It's equal. Okay? So don't come to me and be like, Dave, my move sucks. Nope, fix your basics. Grab the foot, kick and ride that to the top if you want, just because it's going to fit in line with stuff Nikki showed a few weeks ago. I think it's right. Typically, if I'm here, I'm looking to kick, feed, and then I go to the other foot and I attack. Wait for Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff we can do with leg entanglements. I'd rather you all come on top today, just to keep it into the line of reversals. One more. Sure. Lift, bridge, walk myself in. Forward shrimp under, take them over. Grab either shin drive or kick, but either way, I want to be over the squats and be on top. All right. Questions? All right, let's give it a go.
Alrighty, okay.
How am I gonna focus when you class? Good to see you.
Glad you could make it.
Made it.
How Brazen going?
Tiring.
Awesome. Aww. Monica's watching from an airplane on her way to NYC. Fantastic. Almost there, y'all.
The reversals all day.
Reversals all day. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
How you doing? Good. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. I know. I didn't see you all week. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. How long are you here till? Nice. Nice.
You might just pop in and out.
It is. Yeah, we moved, but still on the same street. Yeah. 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 I'm there like every day next week. Okay. Cool.
There you go. I don't want to end up there.
I always do it. It's dangerous though. Turning towards me. Yep.
My toes are like now I'm kind of nervous. I want to get you to sleep.
Workshop.
Making sure we set up here.
You want to answer that? Tell me I'm pretty damn
And for your build, try this shin against it. Yeah, and he's pushing forward. And he's
Oh, I see, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes that might go.
Yeah, that's. Shit like that. Okay.
They have to do anything on the shirt right there. You just take you down.
Better use that foot to spling him out after you came over.
Yeah, because even before you get the front frame, I was starting to go.
Right here.
Oh.
Yeah, they did quarter reversal, yeah.
Go from there. That's what I want. Which Cody at?
Yeah, that just sucks. That's just nice.
I don't know that way. There we go. Oh, you gotta try to work the saddle. That's not a saddle. Wasn't it?
I had the same thought, Taylor. It's okay. We're done blue belts.
That's all right. I set my rig.
The trucks are there. Man, you made it again. You made it again. I was running to get my other lens because I was going to try to get a picture of you and your partner across the street when I saw you there. I was like, Thanksgiving dinner. I was like,
And we're at here at the window, just like.
I know we're missing you, man.
What is it, like 4 on, 2 off, or?
5 on 11.
Okay.
And then 4 off.
Okay. Shit, so what is this, like your Tuesday or Wednesday then? It's your Wednesday?
That Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Fuck, dude, that's tough.
And then I'm saying, when we get here, look at how I'm already trying
Yeah, I bet.
to
I mean, you deserve it.
What's up, dude? How are you?
On my side to put my ribs as close as I can to the quadriceps. That way, as I'm driving up, I'm already in that good Nicky Sullivan position, right? And now it's like, kind of like throwing down the rock, like, what's going to get kicked back into me here? Instead of kicking all the things like
That shit don't work. There's no way.
all right, y'all. Come on back, come on back, come on back. Kevin, did we rally the troops? It's always one.
It's always Andy.
No.
No, it's always
The
me.
whole time.
Shit.
I was like, yes, yes.
All right, I had a few questions on that last reversal. I'll just say it doesn't matter what grip you're making with your hands as long as they can't advance forward with that knee up into your sternum or your neck. Protect yourself at all times, especially protect your neck. All right. Outside of that turning the corner, it's not optional. Even if you have the flexibility to bring your knee all the way to your face and you grab it this way, the more I stay in front of them and under their knee, the easier it is for them to just be like, oh, look, a Darce stroke. So open up your spine and walk the corner, and then it becomes too much of a reach. Ask me how I know. Because my students are actually fairly good at this one choke now, and so they're starting to do that shit on me. Because no one tells you this as you're coming through the ranks, but when you're a black belt, your job is to make all these venomous snakes fight you. Terrible fucking job. 10 out of 10 would never do it again. Because it's like, oh man, I acquired all this skill so I can be good. And now I gotta teach people? Right? But it really does come down to like, I feel pride in my accomplishments as a coach more than I do in my individual accomplishments, because proliferation is how you really cement your legacy. And I feel like at this point, I have so many people I've put out into the world with good jiu-jitsu who have already like paid me back in kind through either defending themselves in real world scenarios, which is the most important in the mythical streets where fights are happening every day, right? You want that. But having one of my students stop a sexual assault, having another one of my students stop something untoward happening, that's my business. So at the end of the day, I think I can speak for Jake as well on this. Coming from an MMA background, I don't want my jiu-jitsu to be pure sport, although I love the sport elements. I still want to think about this from the perspective of like, am I effective or efficient? Effective is, will it work, didn't it? Right? Efficient is making it work well. And if you can't do it in round 10, you're probably doing it wrong in rounds 1 through 9. And if you're not being efficient, and you've been training with me for at least 5 years, and you go out into the world, don't tell anybody you train with me. It's a very simple ask. It's a very simple ask, okay? Because I want you to be as efficient as possible. Every one of the movements today, even if it goes to a degree of failure where you didn't get the cool reversal, did you make space? Would you have been able to use that space to get back to frames, and maybe even if you're still on the bottom, a little bit better off than you were seconds before? call that a win. All right, any other things for me before we wrap?
This is wildly just ridiculous seminar.
I had something for you though.
I literally walked right up to Pete before we started, and I go, I got fuck all for you. Sorry, man. Although one of my favorite reversals, I actually learned from Pete. And it's a wrong-sided Kimura that takes the person overhead because they're like, I'll just roll out of it, you fucking idiot. And then they get trapped in a north-south choke, and it's dope. I won't show that. You have to pay that man money like I did. No. You gotta pay that man money. I stress this all the time. It's only my move until you do it better. And I feel that way about his move, and I have not done it better. I go to him.
7 years ago, he thinks I remember.
7 minutes ago.
Joke's on you guys. His middle initials are THC. So you too can forget all your jiu-jitsu too. But the long and short of it is, find experts. Don't think that any one instructor has it all. Jeff said it before. No one of us is better than all of us. I'll end on that. Thank you.
Dave will also be teaching tomorrow. If you want to get some more of this magic, which I am really excited about. Those of you who know. Those of you, stick up your hands again. First time training with Dave. You see what all the fuss is about? Let's give Dave one more round of applause. We have a bunch of really good competitive brown belts here as well. I remember back in the early days, which we'll talk about in a second, when finding one black belt was like seeing a shark. And for me to have 10 awesome black belts on the mat today is really special. Thank you all for being here. Thanks especially to the people who have traveled a long way away. Speaking of who traveled a long way away, how many of y'all were here for Jake and Megan yesterday? Schedule in the next week, so definitely learn some of that good from Pete as well. Now we're gonna do something fun, and the thing is, I have to say something nice about Dave now. The door, there's only one thing. But so a lot of y'all don't know this. Some of the OGs know this. The OGs know that Dave started this school with us, and so I like every time in this school's history is special. But those early years when Dave was on the mat with us every day, training hard, learning good stuff, workshopping stuff together, and seeing some of that magic is really amazing. So to have Dave back is a really special thing for me, and I just want to name that. Y'all agree with me? This has been I was a brown belt then. So at that time, the black belt was a super rare thing. And so, folks, rank is not the most important thing in jiu-jitsu. It's simultaneously super important and also not important at all. It's markers of progress on the journey, and those markers matter to us because this matters to us. But don't forget the sizzle for the substance, right? That being said, I love recognizing people's hard work, and we're going to do some of that today. So just a couple things today. So we're going to do something we never do, but we did yesterday, and we're going to do again. I'm going to have us line up in belt rank order with the black belts right around here, and I'd like the white belts. See Taylor and his amazing lavender gi. White belts start there. And we're going to line up in belt rank order around here. Yeah. There we go. So start with Chad. There we go. Awesome. You can choose black belt. You sure? Okay.
Just don't block the camera. Okay, sorry. Just watch that. Don't block the camera. No. Remember what I said right where the lavender heated? Everyone scoot down. Everyone scoot down. Everyone. Are you everyone? Scoot down.
I think we're good. That's the main thing. So,
Yeah.
all right, y'all. A lot of y'all were here yesterday. We gave out some stripes yesterday. Leah, everybody got a stripe yesterday. Stick your hand up. Ryan Bassett, Caitlin Bassett, Jeremy Newton, take out your belts. A lot of gyms don't even do stripes. I like marking progress. It just means, hey, you are moving along the journey in the right way. And folks, we gave a lot of belts yesterday. Congratulations, y'all. One more. So, folks, we promoted 3 really well-deserving people yesterday. Jay, Cody, and where is Josh Schultz? There he is. Stick of a hand, guys. Woo! I mentioned in the early days, right? And these are Day One Belly and BJJ folks. And so it's really amazing to see a time when it's only dark colored belts on the mat, and then having other folks like Pat and Frady's come and join us later to have folks that took their first jiu-jitsu class here achieve the colored belt. Really meaningful to me. I'm very, very happy about it. Every belt means something different. Some of y'all have heard my philosophy of belts. I think they represent 3 things. Knowledge. Do you know what I need you to know for the appropriate belt level? Application. Can you do the thing? Can you do some of this cool stuff Dave showed? Because it's clearly fundamental jiu-jitsu. But like knowledge, application, and representation. Are you hardworking? Are you kind? Are you helping new people love this art? Are you inclusive? Are you helping people become more stronger, more resilient, more happy because they train this martial art? Those are the things that I really care about. Most people never get a colored belt. We keep statistics. Fewer than 5% of people ever get a blue belt. We've got about 1,900 people step on these mats. Fewer than 100 have received blue belts. It gets even more rarefied as you go up there. We're going to give 1 colored belt today. It's somebody who's been training a long time, since before COVID. Someone who's been really attentive to the most important part of jiu-jitsu. What's the most important part of jiu-jitsu? The fundamentals. Falling down is a great answer too. But it's the fundamentals. Chris Brown, you've been working really hard. Chris actually started with Dave too, right? And so it's kind of awesome that it all goes full circle like this.
I was just telling Jake that John Combs wants his look back.
Oh! You just got to flying. You just got to scissor takedown him, and then it's. Congratulations, Chris. Celebrate like this as a community, it really it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me because, you know, I remember when I started training in North Carolina, there were fewer than 10 black belts. Jake's one of the first 10 black belts in North Carolina. And I remember the days, really fun days, of me driving to Jake's school an hour and a half away and having Jake beat the crap out of me for a full hour. Those were good times. I enjoyed it. And yeah, and so back in the day when Mozzie got his black belt, and Mozzie came to my school, Chapel Hill Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Mozzie came to my school for open mat when I was a white belt. I was like, man, it's an actual black belt. It's unbelievable. And so the black belt, what it means to me, it does mean that it is in some sense a terminal degree, right? And so I think we'd all, but a terminal degree, a PhD doesn't stop learning. PhD shows up every day and develops those skills, and more importantly, passes those skills down. And so I've been counting. I was wondering, I asked everybody before, I was like, how many black belts do you think we're going to get on the mat today? We got 10 black belts on the mat today. And that's incredible. I'm as proud of my black belts as anything that I've achieved in my life. The hard work, the sacrifice, the dedication.
I think with math as well.
Dude, you get what? 10? I say 10. It's very possible. I screw up math all the time. Does this something seem off to you?
I think we're off.
JT, does something seem
Same
off?
thing I mentioned a month or two ago. There's a feeling.
Something just, does everybody feel, what do you feel?
There's one short.
There's something off, we're one short? Jesse Johns. Jesse, I know Jesse trained a little martial arts before he came here, but I consider Jesse our first homegrown Bellingham BJJ from day one black belt. And I could say every one of you who's been at Gulf Promotions, even if Jesse isn't getting ranked, you hear me say that Jesse is the emblem of all we're trying to do. He's taken a leadership, started a fundamentals class that I didn't think anybody would come to a 5 p.m. class. It's super popular. How many of y'all has Jesse helped with something that you were working on? Right? That is what it's all, and that's to me what it's all about. How many of y'all have been submitted by Jesse? How many of y'all have learned something that you never knew before? Y'all, no one of us is as smart as all of us. No one of us is as strong as all of us. And it's all about getting stronger together. And Jesse makes me stronger, makes me a better coach, makes me a better instructor, and makes all of us, every single one of us, better practitioners. And I couldn't be prouder of Jesse. I'll say something. You guys know how I like to talk. In my classes, you know I love to talk. I remember when this place opened day one, and this wasn't the case. It was a sea of white belts, and there was like Jeff and Dave and Euphrates and a few others who taught us like what they knew. And I gotta be short, so I don't just full on fucking wild words, guys. You know I love this place, but to reflect what Jeff and Dave said, none of us do this alone. None of us get better at this alone. So honor your partners. And I'll end off by what I say at the end of every class, which is, it's silly, but I think it really says it all. Be excellent to each other. And thank you for being here for everyone and me. I appreciate it. I do not apologize for getting emotional because, you know, this stuff matters to us, right? It matters to us. And enough has been said. Now we need to do the only thing that's truly important in jiu-jitsu, which is the group. Hold on, before that, we have to do one more promotion. Yeah, it's been an incredible mentor. And this is time number 6, 7,
6'7", something.
6'7", something like that. We'll have all these folks back really soon. Folks, so I joke about taking the picture being the most important part of jiu-jitsu. The training doesn't sink in unless you take a picture. We're gonna do a group picture. I would love it if we could get a black belt picture of all the black belts, including our newest black belt. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, these things don't happen very often, and so it's really nice. I want to thank all of y'all who made efforts. Some of you came across the country. Some of you came from other countries. Where's Pete to be there? So some of you crossed international borders to be here. So what I will also do, because I know some folks may want to roll, there's a lot of amazing black belts here, some of whom I haven't got a chance to roll with, some of whom I don't get a chance to roll with enough. So I'm going to put a timer on the clock once we get done with the group picture. Feel free to drill some of these awesome moves. You don't get better without drilling no matter what. Greg Savage says. Yeah. and feel free to roll if you like. Feel free to grab a picture, make a new friend. And this has been a really, really amazing weekend. It's only getting better. So 2026 will be better than 2025, and 2025 was pretty damn great. Thanks y'all for being here. And now let's listen to our visual genius, Philip. Where's Philip? There he is. Philip, organize us.
All right, guys. Everybody to that wall. Let's do 4 rows. 4 rows.
Yes.
Front row, black belts.
Thank you all for being here. You guys are awesome. And thank you all for being here. You guys are awesome. We'll post this and clip it. And Dave will be teaching Monday 6 a.m. and Monday 6 p.m. So we'll see y'all real soon.
Now my knees are totally
Yeah. Enough room back there.
Me and Dave flanking Jesse. I'll sit next to Dave right next to his first
Yeah, so
Let's scoot in. Front row, scoot over foot.
one butt scoop. All your jiu-jitsu makes it
And then scoot in, scoot in.
I can sit on his lap if you want.
If I want, I'll get a picture.
Yeah.
Do you want?
Lots of smiles.
All right, guys, squeeze in just a little bit more. Can you? Good. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3, and again, 1, 2, 3, and then can you guys choke each other, especially choke.
I can tell you. You have to have
That's awesome.
I know I placed it. I was like,
right, trust for the job you want.
Right there. You're doing so good. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then you want to do one more show? You think? No.
Yeah, James will actually kill me. So,
All right, that's it. Thank you.
yeah.
Woo! Teach that to the seminar next week. The new black
There's so much less time I eat. Because my, you know, the Northern picture that you went out, like the wire. You don't get that?
No, because
I don't drive you.
in front of like a cat.
It's over. I don't ever say a math. How do we get home? But I do put it in there.
That's what I did. Maybe not.
I can sleep. Thank you everyone for watching. You guys are the best. We're gonna post this later.